these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Back to throw. He's nowhere to escape. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Doesn't matter who the runner is going to be each week. Defenses get ready to gang tackle. They want multiple people to the ball. They want to make sure they take the proper angles to the runner, make sure there's no place for them to spin out and go what they call through the back door and get away from people. And they want plenty of guys there to hit him, try to knock the ball free, the whole deal. But on that play, the best laid plans did not work.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Line up the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-0. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tap.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Frank's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Here we go! Ohio! Let's go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly... He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here we go!
On third down. He'll drop to throw. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to speed things up here. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding.
Here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, they got him again. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know from an offensive perspective, you want every play to be a big play. But sometimes the defense actually wins, and they did there on that draw play. Good job by the runner just taking care of the football because he didn't want to compound a bad play by turning it over.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. It's taken to the 26. And he's got some space here. He had 1 man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Back to throw. Flushed out right. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have done enough to be leading here to this point, but in a close game, you know the second half is going to have some more twists and turns, which should lead to some excitement. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Bengals come out on 3rd and 4 with plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This will go for a loss of 8. Bengals have it late in the second. They'll look to the end zone here, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. They go up by 1. Now following the pick, defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 10. After the INT, offense comes out now. They're going to get to the QB once again. This will go as a loss of 10. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Godden.
All right, thank you, Larry. Plenty of intrigue to come. A one-point game as we get set for half 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to go for a big... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. He said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
Yeah, that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Come on, let's go! Man 38! Man 38! Check 91. 91 is the play.
They'll set up to throw. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Come on, let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Bengals getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. A big play there. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll bang that one through. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? 7
yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bengals take possession. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Now back to throw, and it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looked defensively. So here's 3rd and 20 with a long yardage. Defense going with a nickel look. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. 190.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Bengals a 1st down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Here we go. 38.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it, and that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. They're dangerous. Number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. They've played excellent. Another stop here, that would just be the icing on the cake.
You definitely want to finish things off the way it's gone throughout the day. And it's gone awfully well for them. They don't want to give up any type of a fluke, any type of a big play here. That'll leave a bad taste in their mouth as they go in and celebrate.
Yeah, they want that good cake taste, right?
No doubt about it. That's 6-layer cake.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And he is enjoying another fine performance just like a week ago. I mean, let's be honest, when he's playing like this, it creates a lot of matchup nightmares.
And it really does, because it creates a ton of headaches. You tried to design so many coverage for a guy like this, but truthfully, he should have an answer to anything that's thrown at him. If you throw a linebacker at him, he should have speed and agility on his side. If you throw a defensive back against him, he should have size on his side. So no matter what you throw at it, he should have the final answer. And in his last 2 games,
yes.
Oh boy, has he ever.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. They'll drop the throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
And Frank's kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things, because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They got 29 yards that time. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Keep 15, keep 15.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown.